Hi everybody, I'm Noelle Randall, and on today's show, I'm going to be telling you how to double your income in real estate investing. Yes, how to double it, almost every single deal, how I make double. I'm going to share that with you. You're going to love it. It's easy. Stay tuned. Hi, this is Noelle Randall.
More great news for real estate investors.
How would you like to be a boss? I'm going to show you how. Buy houses using a credit card. So let's talk about wholesaling now. Welcome back everybody. I'm Noelle Randall, real estate entrepreneur, mentor, and mom of 5. And on today's show, I'm going to be telling you a very easy way to double your income in real estate investing and turn every one deal into 2 deals. And this is so simple. It's called house swapping, okay? Who is familiar with house swapping? Not very many people. That's why a lot of people don't make a lot of money, but now you are, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it step by step. So let's break it down. First, what is house swapping? What does that even mean? Are you just swapping houses? No, you're not just swapping houses. You are basically taking leads that you have when you're working a deal, okay? So let's go through a quick scenario here. You have marketed to someone who is, losing their house in foreclosure. They're in foreclosure. They're behind on their payments. They can't make the payments. They've reached out to you. Please, please help me. All right, you're there to help. You're going to wholesale that property. You're going to fix and flip it. You're going to do whatever you're going to do. But what's the problem? So they're getting kicked out of their house. Where are they going? Da, da, da. That's the answer. Help them find another house to go in, possibly a house that's already in inventory with another wholesaler or with another investor, and double your payday. Okay? You get it? All right, so that's the gist of it. So let's kind of go through a scenario really quickly for you. So house swapping is basically when someone, you get a house under contract and they have to move out because they always have to move out. You need to then find a place for them to be. And you can make money doing that, very much so, because usually what's the problem? Is it the house that's the problem for the person? They're losing the house, they can't pay it. And it's probably too much. They can't afford it, right? Isn't that usually the issue? They're like, oh my gosh, this mortgage is, $1,500 and I can only afford $750. So instead of just letting them scurry off onto their own, you get the house, you put it under contract, you fix it, you flip it, whatever you do, instead of just letting it end there, why not ask this one question? Do you need another place to stay? Do you know how many people tell me yes when I ask that question? Do you need another place to stay? That one question. Do you need another place to stay? Do you need somewhere else to go? Where are you going? What are you doing? And that answer has another deal in it for you, okay? That answer is usually yes, I need somewhere else to stay, or I hadn't thought about it. Or they may have I'm moving in with a friend or moving back with my mom or whatever the situation may be. But most people don't want to necessarily do that. And if you could find them a property that they could afford, then guess who gets paid twice? Me. Awesome. So I just asked that question. Very simple. They tell me the answer. More than probably 3 out of 4 people answer me with the answer yes. Do you need a place to stay? They say yes. And then I say, how much can you afford? And we just start working and I find them another deal. And a lot of times I can find them another deal where they're my tenant now. And I know that it is a property that they can afford. And so that's another way to get lots of tenants for properties that you already have, or give a tenant to another investor and pick up a fee. Just that simple. Okay? And that is how you can double your income, just doing one thing. So you're already marketing for people that are having property problems. All of these people, the problem is not usually the property. Sometimes the roof fell in or something like that, but it's usually the mortgage, okay? In many cases, especially when we're talking about someone being behind on the payments, or someone being in foreclosure, lost a job, got divorced, filed bankruptcy, getting relocated, someone's sick, terminal illness. I can go on and on. They usually need somewhere else to be. And the simple thing to do is just ask them the question, where do you need to be? Where, how much can you afford, blah, blah, blah. Now you're in control because, they can't necessarily be as picky. You're working in a relationship with them and you can make money twice. Usually that is one of the reasons that I make money twice on every single deal, and why I can work so much less than other people and have way more money than them. Because I maximize, and I'm always teaching you guys about multiple streams of income and maximizing your profits and just doing less work for the same money. And this is the way. This is a phenomenal way to find deals. You already found a deal. They already called you and said, hey, have a property problem. Now you just find another house and make some more money. So let me give you just a kind of a quick example. So they're losing a house that's $1,500 a month. You can either find them a property in inventory, maybe a property that you already have, or you hook up with other investors and you bring that tenant to them and make money. That's it. Okay? I'm going to put a little thing below with all of the steps so that you completely understand and get what I'm saying. Another great type of property that works so well with this house swapping thing are mobile homes. Okay? Now, I'm not going to make a whole video on manufactured homes and investing in mobile homes and things like that, because it is a very rare niche that you really have to know what you're doing, and it's not necessarily a sandbox that I play in a lot, but it works really well when it comes to house swapping, because the reason why mobile home investing, in my opinion, again, Noelle just telling you the truth, why I don't love it, is mobile homes depreciate in value like crazy. Okay, you buy a mobile home, a manufactured home, and a year later it's worth half of what it was. So even if you got a great deal on it and it was $100,000, the crap is worth probably $50,000. So how could you make that to your advantage? Let me tell you how I make it to my advantage. So oftentimes when I have these house swapping situations and they need something really cheap to live in, mobile homes are also cheap to rent. Okay, they're very cheap to rent. So I may put them in a mobile home. Okay, and I might make a whole video about that so that you can completely understand, but that's the key. You're finding them a cheaper property to live in, and that's really the key to this. And so that's how you get paid twice. But the great thing about mobile homes, and why the spread, and why it's a good place to put those people that were in a house, they couldn't afford it, and you kind of put them in a mobile home, even if it's temporarily for a year or whatever. If it works, again, we can get into that now, so I probably will have to make a whole video because it's probably too much to just say right here. But why it works really well is because you can find, and that's why I said I'm going to have to make a whole video on it. So the way to make money with mobile home investing is to find tired mobile home owners, okay, that just want to rent it out. Because most mobile homes are not lived in by the owners. Most mobile homes are rented to other people for the reason that I gave you, that they don't hold their value. They are not well made usually. Obviously, we all know in the hurricane they blow away and the roofs fall off, and they're not, they're just not usually very well made. And so that is the reason why they don't hold their value the way a house does, because they deteriorate really poorly after 15 years or so, 20 years or so, as where a house could be 80, 90, 100 years old, and if it's constructed properly, that house can just keep going, and you can just remodel the inside and change a few things, but the walls are not falling in, it's not like crumbling in on each other like a mobile home might be, for example. So you find mobile home owners that, they're tired, they're underwater, whatever the situation may be. You get them to get you the property, and then you can rent it to a lot of these house swappers, and you can make a lot of money, because you can usually get those properties for, $400 and $500 a month for rent, and then you can rent them out pretty easily for $900 and $1,000 a month. So again, you made lots of money where you got a house, usually for some behind payments, and then for the amount that was past due, again, in the situation where I gave you, where it was like a foreclosure or they were behind on their payments, and then you put that same family or that person or those two people into a cheaper property and you get paid twice. Okay? All right. Hopefully you got all of that. Hopefully you understand how to double your income, and you start asking that one question. When you get someone on the line and you are in a deal, and you are getting their house, you're getting it under contract or whatever the situation may be, whether you're wholesaling it, fixing, flipping, equity property, whatever, equity partnering, whatever it is that you are doing, if you ask that simple question, where do you need to stay? Do you need a place to stay? And you start asking that question, you've gotten yourself leads for free, and you can double your income by doing it. House swapping, if it is not already in your arsenal, it's not already in your tool belt, make sure you added it. Noelle just gave you a gem to double your income. So again, you could double your income, or you could reduce your amount of work in half. Whichever way you want to do it is okay with me, okay? Double the money, or say I'm going to work half the time because I can make my same money with these same amount of people. So it's up to you. I don't care which way it is, but I'm just going to tell you the truth like I always do, and you do with the information whatever you will. I just want you to be successful. So all right, just wrapping up, this is Noelle Randall. Again, remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I put out new content every single week, 3, 4, 5 videos every single week just for you, okay? So comment below, let me know what you liked about it. If you have any questions or needed some understanding about house swapping, I check every comment, I read them all, I reply to them. Again, I want you to be successful and get 2019 and 2020 information. I want you all to stop watching old videos and do stuff that works right now. All right, this is Noelle Randall. I'll see you next time.